I didn't start out to work with employee benefits. It definitely wasn't my first choice for a career. This career picked me. I initially wanted to be a dancer or an event planner. I've always been what others politely referred to as a busy spirit, always looking for something to do. At age 11, all I wanted was to organize a senior citizens dance show. Of course, my friend and I were the talent to headline the event. I had developed the show, chosen the venue, my grandparents' house because they had a lot of space and parking. I even underwrote the expenses by gaining promises of donations of food, porta potties, and even volunteer parking attendance. I never did stop to think about needing permission. All I knew was I wanted to do something good for others. I knew it was going to cost me, and I didn't have any money. It wasn't until my parents received a call inquiring about payment for the permit that I had requested was I discovered to have even undertaken this event. All these things attempted to stand in the way, and each alone should have been insurmountable in the 1980s of a child of 11. But I was able to navigate around these obstacles with little to no education, with one exception, my parents. So the lesson I learned was that you need to know what permission you need. By age 21, my life ended up taking a very hard left turn, and I found myself working for my family business, facing our first loss of an employee on the job. What made this so difficult for me was I was 4 months pregnant, and it was my daughter's father that lost his life. This is when I learned the importance of employee benefits and what it really means to the families of the employees. I've now had years of experience working in family-owned and other small, growing businesses, and without question, the one thing I know above all else is that in order to know what you need, you must first have a trusted, knowledgeable professional with your best interest in mind. Our team of trusted professionals shares the goals that Aero Benefits Consulting has to provide just that to each and every one of our clients. Just like putting on the dance when I was 11, many of the situations we faced even before today in the business environment pre-COVID felt like one more task or insurmountable obstacle between us and the successful teams we're building in our businesses. This is where I know I can help you. I want to introduce you to the professionals we rely on when advising on specifics for you, our extended family, or what others might call clients. We ask that you reach out to us to make sure we can collaborate to build the best plan moving forward together in this post-COVID landscape. Where are you today? Hopefully you aren't circling the drain of disaster, or after this presentation won't feel like you are. Maybe you're frozen, unable to make a single decision, waiting on loans or opening dates. You might even feel like you're watching what looks like sure financial ruin headed at you like a tsunami. Or maybe you're busy moving your goalposts around, trying to change your business model objectives just to keep the business moving. Maybe you're a lucky one in the bunch, being in an essential position where you're having to ramp up staff and handle what might be a temporary situation. Or is it? No matter where you are in any of these categories mentioned, we all have a number of things to be considering. Many acronyms like IRS, DOL, OSHA, ADA, just to name a few, will be affecting most areas of your business in some way. If you have your team together, great. I'm super excited, you're way ahead of the game. But are they talking to each other? As small employers, we face regulatory administrative mountains every single day. You need to be ready. The amount of involvement we have knowingly and unknowingly with various industry regulators as we run our day-to-day business is astounding. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like the work these regulators do is always designed to help others, but somehow creates more administrative burdens than we'd like to deal with. Knowing the roles, who plays them, and how they interact with a well-defined plan for your workflow between those roles makes these mountains molehills and leaves you looking like Ready Raymond over here. So let's talk about what I think is going to be most important for groups going forward, and that is technology solutions. Integration is a must. Industry software, payroll software, benefits, and compliance all need to work together, or at least have a well-defined and well-understood workflow between them. When considering options, consider flexibility and cost. Some software solutions are all-encompassing, and if you make a change, you would affect all access to data, where others could be more flexible, working with different carriers for benefits and integrating with different payroll systems from various vendors. Consider that you can't possibly come up with more effective solutions to handle compliance burdens if you aren't embracing technology. And while technology solutions may sound less personal, it's actually exactly the opposite when it comes to enrollment. Large group meetings of the past do not afford employees a safe place to discuss real concerns they have as it relates to their benefits available and the choices they need to be making. Many may be less inclined to consider other options that would be better for them. Let's talk about benefit design. There is a lot to consider, but our top considerations should be our fiduciary duty, thinking about the majority of our population over the minority of our population, considering offering coverages for more than just health, considering the impacts to the employees and their benefits, as well as considering what behavior the benefit may encourage and what it does to benefit the bottom line of the company or the company culture, or does it benefit the company at all? These are all things you should be considering during benefit design, and we will do a much more in-depth presentation on that in the future. Post-COVID, we need to consider the options and review our objectives again for compliance and sustainability so we can create a plan for managing the ongoing crisis and building a way to plan for a future pandemic. Each one of these products has tax and legal implications, required actions to be taken at certain times. This is something you need to be in the know about. Create a plan with us to deal with the specifics. We brought our lineup, or what I will refer to as our A team, all of whom are ready to work with you to develop your post-COVID strategy. There's too much information for any of us to go this road alone. Follow the arrow to your successful plan.